The 2025 Volvo EX90 is the all-electric alter ego of the XC90 three-row SUV, and it won me over with its combination of understated luxury and modern efficiency, but it's pricey, and it has some control quirks that take some getting used to. Let's check it out. The EX90 comes in a couple of different flavors. This is the twin-motor Ultra Performance trim, which is good for 510 horsepower and 671 pounds-feet of torque. The entry-level model, which is also dual-motor, is good for 402 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of torque. 510 horsepower is a lot on paper, but it doesn't feel super quick in real life. Power is strong from a stop, but not as peppy as I've grown to expect from EVs and their near-instant torque. It's likely due to the EX90's hefty 6,000 pound plus curb weight. It's by no means slow, however, and has serene road manners. It's very quiet and isolation from the road is excellent. Ride quality is quite comfortable, thanks likely in part to the optional adaptive air suspension. There's also a fair amount of customization available for suspension and steering settings to dial things in exactly as you like, from a more comfortable experience to a more performance-oriented one. These choices can be set up on the screen, more on the screen later, as can the setting for one-pedal driving mode, which allows drivers to accelerate and decelerate all the way down to a stop just using the accelerator pedal. This mode saves energy, and I also find that it makes stop-and-go traffic more comfortable. All EX90s get juice from a 111 kilowatt-hour battery pack that powers front and rear-mounted electric motors for all-wheel drive. The EX90 is good for between 300 to 310 miles of range, depending on wheel size, and you can charge at up to 250 kilowatts, with charge times from 10% to 80% in about a half an hour on a DC fast charger. It's equipped with the CCS port, but it comes standard with a NACS adapter for charging at a Tesla supercharger station. Inside, the cabin has some competing themes with design minimalism and screen maximalism. Overall, the EX90's cabin is a masterclass in understated refinement and luxury. Standards include a panoramic glass roof, backlit blonde wood trim, a 360-degree camera system, head-up display, and an integrated air purifier. Upholstery options include blended wool or Nordico, which is a synthetic leather. This Ultra trim is equipped with ritzy extras like soft closed doors, massaging seats, and laminated side windows for extra quietness. And the luxury vibe does not drop off in the second row. Room is generous and materials quality is excellent. Our maxed out trim is peppered with niceties such as full climate controls and heated seats. One neat feature is this standard integrated pop-up booster seat. My 11-year-old twins are in backless boosters, so I found this really handy to use. Further back, the third row is teeny tiny, but there's still some niceties back here, like a reading light, dedicated climate vents, cup holders, and a pair of USB-C ports. On the maximalism front, it's hard to miss this giant screen. Can vehicle infotainment screens get any bigger? Clearly, yes. This screen is 14.5 inches, which is even bigger than the gas-powered Volvo XC90's 11.2-inch screen. While it looks sleek and modern and is very quick and responsive to use, I don't love it. It absorbs too many controls within the screen. For example, you can't even open the glove box without using the screen. Similarly, the seat, mirror, and steering wheel controls are also in the screen, and they can be kind of cumbersome to use and are not as straightforward as just physical controls. And it's not all bad. The menu system is mostly straightforward, and I especially like this pinned section for things you use most frequently, like climate controls. If you lived with this car as your daily driver, would you get used to most of these things? Probably, but in the week that I spent with this car, I felt myself craving for just a few more physical controls. It also uses the Google built-in operating system, which can be pretty polarizing for people. For Android users like myself, this interface should look pretty familiar. For Apple users, you can use Apple CarPlay, and it's standard and it's wireless. When the car originally launched, it didn't have it, but now it does. So how much does it cost? Well, the words luxury and EV should give you a clue. The 2025 EX90 starts at around $81,000, and it's not eligible for the soon-to-be discontinued federal tax credit. This Performance Ultra trim is $94,600 after extras like the premium audio system and 22-inch wheels. That's pretty steep compared with a gas-powered XC90 Ultra trim's $71,000 starting price. So you have to really want the EV powertrain. The 2025 EX90 is on sale now, but it's been a rocky road to production after significant delays. There's not a lot of luxury three-row EVs on the market, and the EX90 was worth the wait and is at the top of my list.